Hi, welcome to This Youth Generation. I'm Deon Price. Story time. Here's a message regarding stigma attached and things you can do that can follow you. As a kid, I was nursed in the welfare system, and unfortunately or fortunately, I was also part of the foster care system. So I was being taken care of by this foster parent. We called her Miss H. Very well taken care of, very strict woman. She had dogs in the house. Me and my brothers and sisters were living with her for a short period of time, a little over a year. She used to keep dogs, and often the dogs would come into the kitchen, and they would dump in the kitchen. They would do their business on the kitchen floor. Inside dogs, take a dump in the kitchen. And she, this sweet, very delicate woman, would go in the kitchen and pick up the dog mess with her bare hands, fresh, moist dog mess. And as a kid, we were petrified. Of course, she would immediately wash her hands thoroughly, dump the mess out and wash her hands thoroughly. But from that point on, she was never allowed to touch us. Anytime she approached us, kids would be freaked out. We'd be like, oh, she touched you. She touched you. No, she didn't touch me. You know how kids are. We were petrified. Those hands are never clean. Forever, as long as we stayed with this woman, we were traumatized by her very touch because of what she did a while back. Now, how long? We never got over it. And she would walk up to us and try to touch us, and we would move out of the way. She thought something was wrong with us. She had us seeing counselors and specialists, thought we were affection deprived or something. We were like, nothing wrong with us. Something wrong with you. Anybody pick up dog mess with their bare hands, something's wrong with them. They got some screws loose. So that was our logic. So on the very last day when we were about to leave this care, one of my older siblings was coming to pick us up, and she walks up to me and she says, Deon, I'm gonna miss you. She grabbed me by my face. I started screaming like somebody had stabbed me in the back. Boo-boo hand lady that touched my face. That's what we called her. The point is this. There are some things that we do. I always tell this story when I deal with young people about stigma being attached and that kid logic. But there are things that you can do that will follow you, stigmatize you for the rest of your life and your career. There's some criminal charges, some malicious behavior, drug charges, things that taint your very existence that no one will want to mess with you. No one will want to give you an opportunity. There will always be a dark cloud or a stigma attached to some things you do that'll always follow you. So you have to be very careful. Even though you may repent, you may do your time, you may be remorseful, you may be forgiven, but there will always be that stigma attached to you for some things that you do. So we have to be careful, and that is the lesson. That's why we need to be mindful of how we tread and what we do, because we don't want stigma attached to us. The job market, employment record, criminal history, things can follow you for the rest of your life. Just a thought, just a message, just a story. This Youth Generation, Life Skills. I'm Deon Price. Thank you. Talk to you soon.